Hello and welcome back to another episode of News You Missed, the video game news show that recaps possible news that affected the video game industry at large and possibly affects you, ladies and gentlemen. So before we jump into the news, I do have quite a few news articles that you might really be interested in. I wanted to let you know that people over at Patreon, the ones who donate to me to see these episodes a day early, they've been posting their winnings for the contests over on Patreon. So I do monthly contests on Patreon, and if you'd like to win, there are different tiers that you can enter, and people are posting that they have received their prizes. So just letting you guys know that I'm the real deal here. I don't fake giveaways. I give away a Nintendo Switch each month to my subscribers on YouTube. All you have to do to win that is be subscribed, have that bell checked, and just like and share my videos. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to win, and you don't have to spend a dime to win that Switch. But there are prizes over on Patreon that you have a very great chance of winning. So check into that if you're interested. First story up is that there's a great deal over on Humble Bundle. I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now that it's for PlayStation users, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and PlayStation 4. So if you don't have all those systems, maybe this deal here won't appeal to you as much, but there is a really good deal where you can get several game series franchises for under $15. And depending on the tier that you buy, will depend on what you get, of course, and will depend the system that you get it on. There's great games like Binary Domain, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Resident Evil Code X Veronica, as well as Alien Isolation and Sonic Generations. And the top tiers have Dead Rising 2 and Valkyrie Chronicles, as well as some money for Humble Bundle subscribers. And then the lowest tier, which is $1, has a few great games as well. So check into that if you're interested. Just note that it is for PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't separate the keys. It's one big key and it gives you all the games. Ladies and gentlemen, continuing on to the news, we have Team Secret signs a 13-year-old to play Fortnite professionally. Oh boy, wow, I'm sure a lot of people are cringing out there. So apparently what ended up happening is that these individuals did not realize that this person was 13 because they were pretty mature and their videos did not indicate this. This individual is known as Kyle Jackson, and they were discovered to be a little bit younger than initially thought. 13 years old is a pretty young age to be playing anything professionally. I don't agree with this. Personally, I think that you can be an esports player at any age, honestly. I mean, of course, there's going to be some type of cutoff point, but I think that you should be focusing on your schooling and get a high school diploma, at least in my country, before you do decide to do stuff like that. Yes, there is time for you to play esports and try and get good professionally, but there's always going to be people out there who literally have nothing to do with their time, and all they do is play a video game 24/7 to get as good as possible. And it's going to be extremely hard for you to compete at that level when you're dedicating 8 hours of your time to esports, 8 hours to school, and then maybe 8 hours for sleep. So that's all I have to say about that. I think it's pretty crazy that the 13-year-old is going to be playing Fortnite professionally. I think it's pretty crazy that there's Fortnite pro teams, but it doesn't really shock me. I'm just waiting for the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds professional teams to start coming up as well. There's an update that Epic also has added to Fortnite in the Meteor teasing. Now, I don't really understand this exactly, but they said that there's this image, and I'll show you the image. This image plays on the TVs in the game. When you go closer to them, it goes static and alert sounds start sounding and stuff like that. But yeah, there's another picture I found that pretty much sums this up, and it's a person poking a meteor saying, "Come on, do something." So Epic definitely knows that people want the meteors to do something, and if they are going to respond to the community, more than likely they're going to have the meteor come in and change the map in some way, shape, or form. This isn't something that we haven't seen before in multiplayer games, as Call of Duty has had the maps shift and change because of different things that happen during the games, as well as Halo being able to shut doors, open doors, and things like that. It's a pretty simple concept, and I think it's really great, and we'll have to see what is going to happen. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Comet Meteor theories continue. Microsoft is preparing to take legal action against popular fan-made Halo project. Now, this is extremely depressing to me, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, because this was a nice Halo 3 version for the PC itself. So, again, I have to say it because a lot of people don't know this. Bungie never released Halo 3 or Halo Reach for PC, and to that end, really Halo 4 or Halo 5, there's no official PC versions with the compatibility, the ability to change resolutions, frame rates, things like that, to play multiplayer on it. They pretty much stopped at 2, and Halo CE didn't have really good online multiplayer, so that's kind of fan-led now also. So the only way for you to play Halo 3 on PC would be to using this fan project that was going on. And unfortunately, they're saying that they're pausing the development of this. So yeah, they say that they're humbled and they're happy to see the passion that's poured into this, but they need to protect their IPs, their codes, and their trademarks that are property of Microsoft. Basically, they're pulling a Nintendo here and saying that you can't be using our assets and making money off them and just making games out of them, even if it's a fan project. But here's the thing you need to note about this. Okay, they're not DMCAing it. They're not taking it down. They paused development on it. They've asked them to pause development. So no one is going to court yet. No one is being sued yet. They might in the end. Who knows what Microsoft's going to do, but it's just paused. It's not DMCA'd yet. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's sad to see this project being put on pause. I really would have liked to see a full Halo 3 on the PC, but yeah, alright. Also, they say they're open to Halo being on the PC side, but I mean, I really don't want to play Halo 5 or Halo 6 on the PC. I don't really like what Halo's become. I'd rather just play Halo 3 and Halo Reach on the PC. Will that ever happen? Probably not. Sonic Mania Plus is releasing for the Nintendo Switch. Once again, this July, it's going to be getting a Plus update as well for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Also, this is going to be July 17th, and it's going to include 2 new characters. These characters are very similar to Tails and Knuckles. They play in the same way. The Knuckles type character does a special bounce down, and the Tails character is kind of like a flying squirrel where you can fly up and down, kind of like Mario Cape. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are interested in that and you haven't played or bought Sonic Mania yet, it's a good idea to get that game because it's going to have that update included. So there's a Splatoon 2 big 3.0 update out, and it does explain. I've already covered this in a previous story, but to get you up to date, you can take the link in the description below. It will go ahead and let you know everything you need to know as a Splatoon player for the update. The biggest thing being that you're going to be able to reach X rank, and there are going to be monthly rewards for individuals who are going to be able to reach the top 500 X-ranked players. These are the best of the best. This is above S plus 10, and it will automatically move them up to rank X. And Nintendo is calling this an X power level, and again, you will be rewarded on Splatoon. That's Splatnet. God, I called it Splatoon.net. Splatnet app every month for there you go. It's kind of like a leaderboard. So again, if you want the full details, please take the link in the description below to get everything you need to know about that. So the numbers are really illustrating Nintendo taking off this year. It's doing so well because Nintendo had their earnings report for 2017's fiscal year, which means a whole bunch of interesting numbers. The first system itself would be the Nintendo Switch, which is at 17.79 million units moved, as well as Super Mario Odyssey being the best-selling game at 10.41 million copies sold. Mario Kart Deluxe following that at 9.22 million, which is I'm really shocked about that. I thought Breath of the Wild would have sold more than Mario Kart, but Breath of the Wild is following that at 8.48 million copies. Good Lord, that's a lot of money being made, and there are some other copies and things being sold as well. So if you want to check into that, you can also take the link in the description below. Nintendo's doing really great this year, and I can't wait to see more of their success in the coming years. Also, Nintendo is getting a new president, and this is a big thing because once again, with Iwata's untimely death, rest in peace Iwata, a lot of people were confused and worried about who's going to be the next president. Well, it turns out that this individual, Furukawa, Furukawa. I'm very bad at pronouncing names. I'm trying hard. He is an expert in marketing. He has close ties to Pokemon, spent 1/3 of his career in Germany, fluent in English, played a key role on the Switch, and he's young. He's 46 years old, so he's not very, very old, and he has been taking over. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Nintendo's new president is going to be leading Nintendo into a new age of success. I hope. I mean, it's good that he has very close ties to Pokemon, and he's not just some random CEO. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure you do too. So that'll do it for this episode for the news that you missed. What did you miss, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comments down below if any of these stories really strike you. And I've been your host, Proto Mania, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.